Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on who the three characters probably are that Sasha is talking about who are missing in The Walking Dead Season 5, specifically the Comic-Con as well as a couple other trailers. Alright, so this is a pretty tough one to go ahead and do some predictions on. Now, I have watched the trailers over a good number of times, and I want to thank you guys for suggesting this one. This was suggested by a few people, though, so I can't just name any one person in particular. But nevertheless, it is a good topic, and it's a tough one to kind of say, because now this clip is in the trailer, the Comic-Con trailer at 1 minute and 98 seconds. Basically, you have Sasha, and she's talking to somebody. Now, we don't know who exactly she's talking to. The scene after, it looks like she's talking to Abraham and, his entourage, so to speak. But it seems to me when it cuts at about 1:98 in the Comic-Con trailer, 2 minutes, when it cuts to who she's supposedly talking to, it shows them. But the person you can kind of see at the front, at the left side, is wearing, I believe, a white shirt. So it doesn't look like it's her. It looks like AMC deliberately did that, like showed her talking to someone and then cut it to another scene. So the people she's talking to me, doesn't look like Abraham's small group, Eugene, Rosita, that kind of thing. It actually seems to me, based on the comic book storyline, that it would be Father Gabriel that she's talking to, because his appearance is kind of strange. He basically shows up at this church where they're going to just to kind of stay. They run into him, and they're losing a couple people. It seems like in the comic book series they lost at least one. I remember they lost Dale. In the comic book series version, but in this one they're losing 3. So they're losing even more people that seem to disappear, I suppose. And she's questioning him as to maybe he had something to do with it, screaming at him, "Where are our people?" She seems like she's emotionally invested in that. If you guys watch the clip, it sounds very emotional for her. So I'm thinking that means that probably one of the people that's gone out of the 3, I would think would be Bob, right? Now you could say Tyrese also, because that's her brother and everything, but we do know that she's developed a romantic relationship for Bob, and as we've seen in the past too, with concentrations in the 4th season, when Maggie and Glenn were separated, Maggie wasn't really talking about, worried about where Beth was. She was more focused and distraught about losing Glenn, right? So I'm thinking that that's probably one of the most likely characters that could be one of the 3 is Bob. Also, because he's a fairly new character, he's not like a front runner type of character, and when I look through the clips, he does look like one that's not in as many scenes, okay, as some of the others. So with him, I'm going to say he's my most likely. The runner-up to that, I would say the next most likely would probably be Tara for me. A lot of the same reasons as Bob. She's not, one of our absolute front-runner type characters. We could see some things happen to her. She's relatively clean in terms of body parts and everything. She's not losing it. She hasn't lost anything yet. So that would make sense. That could be part of her transformation and part of what adds to her character if they used her as one of the people that gets captured. I would think that would make some sense to throw a female in there as well too, just to kind of round it out. Now for the third person, this one's a really tough one. It could be Tyrese, but he looks like he's with Rick in a good number of clips from what I can tell. So it seems like he's there. Carol is one that is kind of, she's there, but she's not some of the time. Like she's with Daryl at that cityscape we saw in the production, but it doesn't seem like she's always there, But, with her, I don't know, it's hard to tell because there's other clips that make it look like, maybe she is. So, again, big-time predictions. For the third one, that one could be a lot of different people. Now, originally I had thought it was Eugene, but after watching the trailers a couple more times, it seems like Rick, it seems like Abraham's ready to go, and Rick doesn't want to because he doesn't want to leave his people. So, I would think that Eugene probably now is with the group. Maybe Abraham's crying about something else, about another scene that happens at another time. Like maybe Eugene or Rosita gets captured at another time. So who knows? Hard to say. So my most 3 likely, I think I'm going to go with Tara, Bob, and Carol. Aside from that, it could be anybody. It could be someone like Daryl too. But with Daryl, I kind of think that he's pretty tough. I wouldn't think that he'd be captured, but maybe that's the point. Maybe he's one that, it's kind of a twist because you wouldn't necessarily think that he would be, and then maybe he gets ganked or something. I don't know. Aside from that, I mean, we have a good number of characters in the show. It could be just about anybody, but it was viewer requested topic. You guys want to hear what I thought about it and who I thought it would be. I think those are the most likely. Those are the three I'm going to go with, is Tara, Bob, and Carol, followed by probably Tyrese. And then, some of the other characters, like I mentioned, who knows after that. I don't think either Glenn or Maggie, because they're in some scenes with Rick, what it looks like is after that. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I can say at this point in terms of which characters I think it would be, and try to rule out and do some predictions. Let me know what you guys think. There's a lot of trailers now. There's a lot of different little clips that you can try to piece together like a puzzle. It's pretty tough because a lot of them are so fast you can't tell what's going on. But I do believe she's talking to Father Gabriel, and I think she's blaming him for the hunters capturing a few people from the group. So it should be exciting. Nevertheless, coming right down to it, only got a couple weeks left before the premiere, so that's pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think about all of that. Write down your three most likely, why you think they're the most likely in the comments below. And if you guys want to go ahead and like the video, appreciate it very much. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it. And yeah, I'll call it here. That's it for this one, guys. See you for the next one. This is Trav, as always, saying peace.